So good morning, everybody. My name is Kelly Hoffman Davis. I am the president of the Mavericks Community Foundation. We appreciate you coming today. It's hard to believe that this is the final meeting before Gives Day, and it's always kind of a fun and exciting one. I was telling Kelsey a little bit earlier that as much as I really love the accessibility of Zoom and that so many people can watch and log on and join, that this is always such a fun meeting to be together because we've all worked so hard to raise this money, and there's always this fun excitement in the room, and going over the prizes and hearing nothing when I announce them isn't quite the same. And even this year now, I can't even see the thumbs up that I used to see because we're a webinar now. But in any case, thank you all for coming. We are going to go over the prizes today. I hope everybody's campaigns are up and running. As Rita had mentioned in one of her earlier presentations, you should be working on your campaign right now. Like, you should be trying to get as many of those donations in as soon as possible, reaching out to people, telling them your message, doing mailers, putting posters up. Now is the time. In fact, we already have a little over 30 grand that has come through our site, which is about 3 times more than we usually have at this time in the process. So donations are starting to roll in, and we want to keep those coming. So today we're going to go over the prize grants. And so for those of you that are new to CoSide Gives, these are additional ways that you're going to be able to kind of game CoSide Gives a little bit and find some ways to earn some extra money. So without further ado, let's get started. Oops. Okay. So before we go over the details, we really just have to give a shout out again to our sponsors. I can't express enough how important our sponsors are to making this event possible, particularly our prizes. That's where the money comes from. Besides our corporate sponsors, we also have an amazing pool of community partners that are private donors that help put this prize fund money together for us. And so I just encourage you now more than ever, please go out and support these businesses as much as you can, because they are really coming together for us to make this event happen. I keep pushing the wrong button, sorry. Okay, so in 2018, we gave away $61,000 worth of prizes. In 2019, it was $71,000. In 2020, with the pandemic, we were still able to raise $80,000 to give away as prize grants. And this year, in 2021, we are giving away 180 prize grants, which equals $85,750. And I'm just going to imagine like a roaring crowd of cheers right now in my head because it makes me feel better. So again, thank you to the Mavericks Community Board team that has worked so hard. Mary has been busting her butt to write grants and reach out to sponsors. And we have an amazing, amazing group that was able to put together this money for us. So let's figure out how you win it. One of the prizes that we're going to give away this year, which is a pretty standard prize grant for us, is the most donations raised online. So again, we've stressed over and over again how important it is to have your donations run through the portal. Your donations that run through the portal make it eligible for this prize. When you register, we ask for your yearly operating budget. And so to be clear about that, that doesn't mean properties and holdings and anything else. It is your yearly operating budget. And amazingly enough, when we divide it up, we were able to get 3 very, very even categories. But to do that, we change the bracket every year to try and make them as easy as possible. So this year, a small nonprofit is from 0 to 49,000. A medium is from 50,000 to 500,000, and a large is 500,000 and up. And in each of those categories, we will be giving a first prize, second prize, and third prize. First prize will be $3,000. Second prize is $2,000, and third prize is $1,000. power hours. So this is something that becomes really fun with the COSIDE nonprofits, and you'll start to hear a lot about it. They are the most unique donors within an hour. And we're going to be giving away 12 of these prize grants, and they are each $1,000. The hours that they will range from is 7 a.m. to 6:59 p.m. And the way that a unique donor is categorized is by billing first name, billing last name, email address, billing zip code. So for example, if I happen to know that I was going to donate $100 to my favorite nonprofit, what I might consider doing is, if I know that their power hour is from 1 to 2 p.m., instead of me just logging on and donating $100, I might have my husband donate $50 and my mother donate $25 and myself donate the other $25, so that $100 is made up by 3 donations now instead of just 1. In addition to power hours, we have partnered up with our local radio station, and they're going to help advertise power hours for us, which is amazing. So you can log on and register your power hour. There's a sign-up sheet on the toolkit on the COSIDE Gives website. And you can sign up for a time to call into the radio station and talk about how COVID has changed your nonprofit and how you serve the community. They'll be doing short little interviews every hour, and then there will be a handful of pre-recorded ones. So there's more information on the site there, but it's a great time to, again, get your message out there and talk about how COVID has affected you in this community. So this is a new one this year, Midnight Madness. This is a $250 prize grant. This prize randomly selects 3 donations, one from each of the operating budget ranges, that is made within the first 10 minutes of Gives Day and within the last 10 minutes of Gives Day. So these are for the early risers and the night owl donors that are up there. It's another fun way to earn a little extra cash. Social media challenge. So this is a prize grant that has morphed over the years. This is a $250 prize grant. You need to post 18 pictures, 1 for each of our sponsors, and we'll give you $250, which also happens to be the price that it costs to be in the giving guide. So when people had talked about, well, I'm not really sure, the advertising, this basically makes it a wash. Not only is it helping to spread your message through social media, as did the giving guide, but it's also a way to kind of make your expenses for this event a wash. So here's how the social media photo challenge works. You want to download or print out the social media checklist from the toolkit page. And you can see an example of what that kind of looks like over to the right there. It will have a list of all of our sponsors and what their hashtags are. And then you're going to take, find, or create graphics or photos, highlight each sponsor. Post each image on Facebook from now until midnight on May 6th. Make sure that your posts have the following 3 hashtags. Hashtag COSIDE Gives 2021, your own hashtag, and the sponsor hashtag. When you submit, when you're all done and you've taken all 18 images, you're going to email Kelsey and let her know, hey, I just completed this. You're also going to want to let her know what your hashtag is so that she can go through and check them. We have an example over on the right of one that I posted yesterday for Ocean Blue Real Estate, which is one of our new sponsors this year. It's very important that you make sure that your photo is marked public. If it's marked as private, we won't be able to see it or count it. And we really love photos that have not only the sponsor in it, but a COSIDE Gives logo in it. It's a great way for us to continue to tell the story in following years. Last year was challenging because it was COVID and we were on lockdown and people couldn't leave their house. Now that people are kind of out and about, of course, we want you to do it socially distanced and with your masks. But this is a great way for us to have images to help tell the story for years to come, and sponsors absolutely love it. So again, remember to social distance, and this is big because I know a couple of our nonprofits have participated numerous years, and we're very lucky that almost all of our sponsors are returning sponsors. And so we need to make sure that these are new photos. You cannot resubmit a photo that you have submitted in prior years. They need to be new photos, images, or graphics that are unique to this year. Once you're all done and have taken all those 18 photos and posted them online, go ahead and email Kelsey at her coordinator email address with the subject social media entry so that she can make sure that you get awarded your $250 prize grant. Okay, the YouTube challenge. This is another fun one. I know not everyone is used to making YouTube videos, and so this is a way to learn a new skill to help tell your story and win $500 in the process. The video must be 60 seconds long, must have all of our sponsors' hashtags in it, which were on the same flyer that we're going to use for your social media. You can use those same hashtags. Must include your own hashtag and the COSIDE Gives 2021 hashtag. Once you submit it and upload it onto YouTube, make sure the video is marked as public and let Kelsey know. This year, your video needs to be about how COVID pandemic has affected your nonprofit and how the funds for COSIDE Gives will help better the community. Again, it needs to be a different video than last year. And we're hoping that some people might have addressed that topic in last year's video, but I think that it will be a different set of circumstances now that we've been living with COVID-19 for a year. All of us have been affected in one way or another. And there's a reason that this is such an important nonprofit or fundraiser for all of us this year. So again, that's $500. You're not competing against the other nonprofits for this. It's just if I make this happen, you will get $500 as a prize grant. So this is another new one that we've added this one. This is the long distance prize grant, and it's a $500 prize grant. And it is awarded to the organization who relieves an online donation from the furthest away from our PO box in El Granada. So I know that we have a couple nonprofits that have alumni living in other countries or past board members that have moved on. So this is a great way to really get the whole world involved in COSIDE Gives, not just our community. Golden tickets. Golden tickets are just what they say. They are randomly selected Charlie and the Chocolate Factory golden tickets. And so our system will randomly select a nonprofit as long as they have had a donation of $10 or more through the portal. So this is another reason to make sure that somebody is logging on nice and early on May 6th to get some donations rolling in on Gives Day. So if your donation happens to, or your organization happens to get pulled at midnight, you're eligible because you've had a donation come through. Golden tickets. Our sponsor New Leaf is also awarding some golden tickets. These are $100 golden tickets, and they will be given to 10 randomly selected nonprofits from, I can't see because my pictures, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sorry about that, on May 6th. And same thing, eligible nonprofits must just have a minimum of $50 donated by 10 a.m. Palermo Partners, we are lucky to have back again this year as sponsors, Stephanie Stills and Kristen Hagen. And they are going to do 2 golden tickets this year. They will be, again, randomly selected nonprofits, and they are $500 prize grants. And you must have had a donation of $50 donated by 10 a.m. in order to be eligible for this particular prize grant. Ocean Blue Realty, we are welcoming to the COSIDE Gives team this year and are so grateful that they have joined us. And they will also be giving away 2 golden tickets that will each be $500 and will be randomly selected. and have to have a minimum donation of $50 by 10 a.m. And the Kirby Foundation has been one of our supporters from day one. We are so grateful for them. And they will also be giving 2 golden tickets at $500 each, all the same guidelines, $50 by 10 a.m. New participant. So this is really a new participant. So I know that a couple people due to the pandemic last year didn't participate last year, or they've had a gap somewhere in between, but this, to be eligible for this particular prize, this needs to be your very first Coastside Gives. And it is awarded to the new nonprofit who receives the most donations, again, through our online portal. And that's it. And again, it feels a little strange to not have cheering and faces and feedback, but we're so excited, and this is a great time to engage your board and your volunteers and our community. And we encourage you to get out and have fun and be safe, but it's a great time to help share the message. A lot of times when you're out taking these pictures, people will ask, what are you doing? And what's that for? And so just even getting out to take the social media pictures helps tell that story. I also, before we take Q&A, wanted to mention that we have tons of giving guides left. And so if you can help out and help us put these in different locations, or if you know of a location that would be good to pass them out, we would love to get them out in the community. They don't do us any good sitting in my office. So please let Kelsey know if you happen to have a way that you could help us distribute some giving guides. All right, Kelsey, I'm going to pass it to you. What questions do we get?
Okay, so in our Q&A, it says, first question, when you say all the sponsors need to be in the video, does that mean the descriptions? Yes, so basically when you post your YouTube video on YouTube, you just need to have all the sponsor hashtags from the hashtag sheet that's going to be on the toolkit, and just make sure that in the description, you don't need to actually mention all of them in the video. They just need to be underneath as hashtags.
That's a great question. Thank you for that, Kelsey. Good clarification.
Yeah. And then does the long distance prize grant have to be made on May 6th, or does it count if they donate before that?
It is any time between now and the end of Gives Day.
Okay, and then let's see, please clarify statement only when each prize once. So basically, that just applies to this year. So for example, you know, if you are getting the, you know, a golden ticket, you can't win the golden ticket twice in 1 year. If you get drawn twice, we're going to draw somebody else. So things like that, we're trying to make it fair for everybody. And so you're never going to get 2 golden tickets, or, you know, that sort of thing.
I know that somebody last year had asked about Power Hour, and this kind of segues into that. So if you, let's say, had a Power Hour at 11 and it didn't go your way and somebody else won it, and so then your group rallies and tries to do it at 1 o'clock, you didn't win at 11, so you're still eligible to win that prize at 1 o'clock. So you can only win each prize grant once. I hope that helps.
Cool. Have the giving guides been mailed? Yes, they have. Mine came for sure. So they should be arriving. They should have been arrived already.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago they started getting in people's mailboxes. So they should now have gotten everywhere up and down the coast.
Yeah. Let's see how to sign up for Power Hours. So right after this meeting, I'm going to put a link up on the toolkit. That's on the Coastside Gives website under the For Nonprofits tab, and you click on toolkit and there's going to be a link. It's going to say Power Hour sign up, and it's a Google document where I've already specified all the different hour slots. So you're going to go ahead and sign up in one of the available slots and put your information. And then just to reiterate, it's different than last last year. So last year with the radio station, they were calling you, but this year they've asked that during your power hour, you call them if you want to talk to them. So basically you sign up for your power hour. We gave you the number in this presentation for KHMB radio, and you will, during your time frame, try and give them a call and chat with them if you want to be on the radio. Otherwise, they'll probably just grab some info from the giving guide and give a brief little blurb about who you are. And then some of the earlier ones that they will reach out in advance and try and do some recording if you sign up for some of those early hours.
And I also wanted to clarify that when you are signing up for your power hour through the sheet, it's only to participate in the radiothon. You don't have to register your power hour. We've had nonprofits come up with a power hour the day before. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that, but you don't have to register your power hour with us. The sign up sheet is only so that the radio station knows who to talk to and what to talk about during those times, but it's not a requirement.
Thanks. Let's see, can you win more than one of the random prizes? So maybe I'm guessing that's referring to like, can you win a golden ticket and a New Leaf golden ticket? Yes, you can. You just can't win two of the same like golden tickets. Let's see, can you clarify for the most donations raised online prize starting March 8th or most donations raised on giving day? That's for the whole campaign. Who's raised the most, not just on Gives Day. And then I have a comment from Pat, they never received the giving guide in La Honda.
Okay, well, we can definitely reach out. I know that we've had a couple people in La Honda say that they have gotten them. And so if you want to email us and let us know, maybe the post office, we can work on that offline. But I know that they did get mailed to all of those zip codes.
Let's see what else. What is the due date for the social media posts, and is there a minimum donation for the long distance challenge? Minimum donation for the website is $10. And then the due date for the social media post is Gives Day. We would love if you send them in earlier, but you have up until Gives Day to submit that entry. Let's see. How many participants are actually brand new and eligible for the $1,000 prize? I'd have to refer back. I want to say maybe around five are the brand new organizations. Let's see, for social media posts, can we post on Instagram or does it have to be Facebook?
I would recommend posting on both, but to be eligible for the prize, it does need to go through Facebook.
What is the prize for KHMB radio station? There's no prize with the radio station. That's all about if you want just some extra airtime to talk about your organization. There's no prize involved. It's just more about spreading the word and reaching a different audience. Okay, when are we signing up for power hours? You can sign up as soon as I put that link up on the toolkit, which I will be doing following this meeting. So give it about 15 minutes after this meeting, but then you will see a link to the power hour sign up sheet on the toolkit. I didn't pick up my sign. Can I do so today afternoon? Yes, as Kelly said, there's still a few signs. So please come by because if at the end of the week, there's still signs left, we are going to give them out to anyone who wants to put them out. So if you haven't picked them up, we have a handful left. Please come by and get your signs by the end of this week. Let's see. Also, are there signs that can be used in the social media photographs? We have, logos on the toolkit, things like that. So we'll make sure that there's a sign you can print out, but you can take the logo and just blow it up and print that out, and that should work just great.
And a lot of those examples that were on the slide earlier, that's exactly what they did. Also keep in mind that most of the sponsors have a sponsor sign outside. And so you can also position yourself strategically near that sign.
Yeah. Okay. Can we pick up giving guides today along with signs and banners? Yes, of course. You definitely please come get some giving guides. And it's all the materials are at the Graphic Works in Montera. So you can go there until 5 p.m. During their office hours and pick up posters. We still have posters, giving guides, all of that. So anytime today at the Graphic Works in Montera by 5 p.m., please. Let's see. So technically you could win the New Leaf golden ticket and the Ocean Blue golden ticket. Yes, correct. Just to clarify, we all need to sign up for a power hour even if we don't want to do a radio spot. No, Kelly was mentioning that you don't necessarily, it's just more for the radio station and for them to know kind of who they're going to be talking to at what time. Let's see. I always have a problem finding the toolkit when I log into Neon Giving. There's not a link. Okay, so the toolkit is actually on the public Coastside Gives website. So it's not when you log in, it is if you go to coastsidegives.org, on the top, there's a menu bar and it says for nonprofits. And if you click on that, it says toolkit. So it's not when you're logging in, it's literally on the Coastside Gives website. That's where the toolkit is. Do we see all who's registered and when for power hours, or do you only allow so many per hour? The way I've set it up is I have put 5 slots for each time. And everyone will be able to see that because it's going to be a public Google Doc that everyone can put their names on. As Kelly mentioned, if your original time slot didn't work out, like you're welcome to try again. But for ease, that's how I did it, is I just put 5 per each, which is actually more than enough time slots. And I know last year some people didn't even do power hours.
Well, so, and again, the sign up is only for the radio station. So she did 5 because there's only so much time that Jim can talk to each nonprofit during that hour. But it doesn't, there's no cap on how many people can do a power hour at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, still confused regarding number of possible golden tickets one organization could potentially win. There are 5 golden ticket sponsors, thus could possibly win 5 times.
Yes, I mean, you could, the probability is low, but technically you could win an Ocean Blue ticket and a New Leaf ticket and a Palermo ticket and a Kirby ticket. The network or the backend system pulls the nonprofits randomly. I have yet to see a year where somebody like sweeps all of them, but it is possible. It is not against the rules. It looks like we also have chat. Are you checking both or just the Q&A?
Yep. So, okay. Do you assign a power hour time to the nonprofits based on size? Do we choose our own? No, you guys will choose your own. So that sign up sheet, you will go and sign in to your own. Sharon, you're raising your hand. So do you want to type a question in the Q&A? Let's see. Oh, mistake. Okay. Okay. I don't see any more questions coming in. I think I've answered all of them. Is there any outstanding? If so, shoot me a message right now, but I think I went through all the Q&A and all the chats. So it looks like we're good. Again, give it about 15 minutes, but I will be posting, the slides and the sponsor hashtag, as well as the power hour link to the power hour Google document that you can fill in. And just let me know if you have any issues. Feel free to email me, and we're very excited. These are fun prizes. Go out, have fun with it. And take some fun pictures, and really let's highlight our amazing sponsors for helping make this possible.
All right, thank you all so much for coming. And if you have any questions, please reach out to Kelsey. She'd be more than happy to. What? Oh, she'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you so much.
Okay.